Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. We're to cover some Raw highlights tonight. And I figure, because I don't know what's going on at the end of the week, I know there's a lot happening. I know what's happening. I shouldn't say I don't know what's happening. I know there's too much happening. We got the Impact Wrestling, Extreme Rules this coming weekend. All sorts of stuff going on. Good evening. Mark is in the chat with all the Bone Dragon emojis. Good evening, brother. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Yeah, I actually took my Manscaped, the lawnmower, if you will, and I took the whole beard off except for the goatee. So, yeah, the Bone Dragon is changing things up. Speaking of changing things up, I actually was working on, pardon me. See, this is what happens when I drink a Monster late at night. Super tired, need some caffeine to keep me awake. But I was working on some stuff, and so you know how you get these things, marketing things saying, hey, if you're selling merch, sometimes you should, change up your stuff every season, maybe get rid of stuff or, freshen up your merch stuff. So one thing I did do today is I went through my merch and I noticed that there's a piece of merch that I was happy with when I put it out. And then when I looked at it, I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with how it turned out. So I redid it start to finish and just freshened it up. So there's a new piece of merch in the shop. It probably looks familiar if you've seen my merch, but this is it's just a freshened up version of it. It's got the skull, it's got the lightning. So it'll Smash This Podcast since 2013. So head on over to the link in the description, starting on the 5th, I believe. Let me double check this. 15% off October 5th through the 9th. There you go. That's a nice block of days there. 15% off every merch order. So head on over to the merch shop, grab yourself some Smash This Podcast merch to help support the cause. And by all means, if you do anything when watching this video, smash that like button and smash that sub button if you're digging the content. All right, so tonight's yeah, Mark, almost 10 years. Next year will be my 10th year podcasting. Kind of wild. It's been quite a journey. Quite the journey. So, I'm going to go over some highlights. I'm not going to nitpick everything to death. There was, I actually liked most of it. It took me a while to get through it because I'm, busy doing other stuff and taking care of certain things. But, man, I really dug tonight's Raw. The stuff, and I've heard other people say this too. I want to just give my opinion on the whole Sami Zayn thing. This whole thing with Sami Zayn and the honorary Uce, Sami Zayn has never been more popular in my professional podcasting opinion. I mean, he is tied directly to the top Uce in the company. I'm just falling apart here. Cleaning my glasses, my earbuds fell out. My goodness. Hold on tight, folks. We'll get through this. His stuff he's pulling off right now is absolutely tremendous. And I mean, there's a lot of people wondering out there, like, what's the end game in this? Is he, some people are even predicting that Sami Zayn might be the one to knock off Roman Reigns as champ. As crazy as that sounds. And there's so much going on in the faction itself with it's almost a bit of jealousy, I think. Because Jay Uso has gone through his own drama with the the tribal chief, if you will. And so I think it's a combination of jealousy and protecting his own. Courtney in the chat says Jay is so jealous. It's a combination of things. It absolutely is. But he's like last week on SmackDown, he's like, I see right through you. He's got him cornered in the hallway before he tries to get in the locker room. And Sami Zayn's like, well, why don't you take it up with your tribal chief? Oh, jeez. Jay can't say nothing. He can't say nothing. So there's no Roman on today. And I want to get your opinions on this Solo Sikoa. I didn't see any of his stuff in NXT. He came up. He wasn't in, from what I know, he wasn't in NXT too long. He came up pretty quick. He really showed some promise. And I tell you what, his athleticism totally reminds me of Umaga. Now I know he's not as big as Umaga. Umaga was pretty damn big. He was like 300 pounds. Solo isn't. Number one, I don't think he's that tall. It's hard to tell. It's because Sami Zayn, even though he's not big, muscular, he's a tall guy. So that's the funny thing about Sami Zayn. So when you put them all up against each other, it's kind of hard to tell how big some of these guys are. So Courtney says that's why they call him the street champion. Okay, I think I've heard him say that. Okay, all right. So, but I like this Solo kid. He's good. I like him. I've also heard the line thrown around that he's come from the upper tribal chiefs to help out Roman and his bloodline. So I've I've heard some theories that he's going to be one to actually turn on Roman and side with The Rock when The Rock shows up. You know, I hear all these little things and they all sound great, but it's like, man, it's a little hard. I mean, you could throw this whole bloodline thing, I don't know how many different ways, let alone looking at all the different obstacles that are coming down the road between now and next WrestleMania. So it's really hard to say. But so far I've enjoyed. I'm really getting back into the whole, acknowledge me. I'm getting back into the bloodline thing. I got away from WWE for a while. The whole the Roman stuff was gold, but after a while it just wasn't going anywhere. And he's been champ for so long. You almost like, just to freshen it up in your own head, you have to like step away from it. And I stepped away from it for like a year or whatever it was. So now it's like, it's fresh again. And the crowd is different. The crowd is different when Roman comes out, because he says, acknowledge me. And it's like, honestly, it's like more cheers and boos. It's crazy. It's every city's different, but so, Mark, you're so goofy. Good evening, brother. Oh man. So yeah, all that stuff is pretty fun. Solo had a great win tonight against oh geez. One half of the I can't even think of his damn name. See, you get away from WWE for a while and you just forget stuff. Well, what's upsetting is Angelo Dawkins, that's it. Montez Ford is actually injured or hurt. I don't know. He was kind of dancing while he was with his foot in his boot. So I don't really know how much he's hurt, but that was a lot of fun. Two big guys just steamrolling each other. The contract signing really, it's a contract signing. I didn't think too much of it. I'm very excited for the match though. And one thing that kind of shocked me is I'm not high, Mark. I'm just tired. That's me. Half, the half moon eyes. Yeah, that's me. Oh, if I was high, I'd let you know. Nope, just tired. That's why I'm drinking one of these, because I'm crazy like that. What else? Candace Larae, she came back a few weeks ago and shocked everyone. That came out of nowhere. No one knew that coming by any step. No one talked about that at all. I think a few people thought it might be coming because Johnny Gargano came back. But women are just unpredictable, and I mean that in the most loving way, especially when it comes to, post-pregnancy and whatever. She had a great match with Dakota Kai. I gotta say, Damage Control tonight absolutely killed it. Absolutely killed it. In fact, the main event, we're just going to kind of bounce all over the place. And then I'll go over the card for this weekend's Extreme Rules. It's Saturday, right? Bound for Glory is actually Friday, as opposed to a Sunday, I believe. Let me double check that. I know I should know these things, but I'm an idiot, so. Friday, October 7th. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, Mark here says WWE stepping up their merch game too. The new Damage Control shirt is better than most of the trash in their shop. Yeah, I haven't really looked at stuff in their shop lately. I mean, you see the Bloodline stuff everywhere, but beyond that, I really haven't been paying attention to hardly any of it lately. But Bayley and her crew, man, they are a force to be reckoned with. And we'll get to the Wyatt stuff in a little bit. I found the QR code, and it was like what, halfway through the episode, a third of the way through the episode, whatever it was. It was right when Candace, oh hell, we'll just talk about it now. Candace Larae was coming out, and she found the girls. She was talking to Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Bianca Belair. And then there was some like distortion on the screen, some kind of like, I don't know what it was, some kind of something was going on with the screen, and then it sounded like an old 80s Atari. You know, it went it like a quick flash and then went away. And so I looked it up, and there was a bunch of stuff. There was a Samson and Delilah painting, which I didn't get at all. So, I mean, just look, I mean, people like look up numbers and can like decipher things, and I don't know. I'm just sitting on my phone, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. And then there was like a big black section underneath the painting where if you clicked on different parts, different things came up. It looked like the symbols from like the Predator, but I know that's not what it was. It was like Oriental symbols or something. I don't know. And then at the bottom was one of those like magic eye paintings where it's all jibba jabba, you know, it's all like there's supposed to be a thing in the painting, but you have to like look at it for like 30 seconds and then something's supposed to appear out of it or something. There was an entire alphabet. It was for Predator. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. But there was so much stuff. And then someone, I found this on Twitter. It's the painting was actually like, if you used your Google sense to like look up similar pictures, one of the similar pictures was a fabric called Wyndham Fantasy Kelp Periwinkle fabric. It's like, oh my God, are you serious? Where do they get this shit? It's just unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Wyndham is coming back, or some form of Wyndham is coming back at Extreme Rules. There's people that are saying, oh, he's not actually going to appear, but something will be there that will reveal it's him or something. It's like, no, he's got to be there, right? Yeah, he's got to be, isn't it? I think he's going to be there. The question is, who's he going after? I mean, in one of the promos from a couple weeks ago, there was a thing where each word from the phrase was a different WWE star saying it. Like one was Cody, one was Cena, one was a cloudy mystic figure. You couldn't tell who it was, and it was obviously the person, you know, that we're waiting for was saying it. And then another one was like Road Dog. So, like, okay, is he showing up at Extreme Rules, or is he going to show up on Monday Night Raw and attack DX? You know, it makes you wonder, like, when is Bray Wyatt coming back? But it's got to be Wyatt, right? I mean, in the beginning, there were all these other guesses like Karrion Kross and, oh no, it's John Cena and all this stuff. And but no, it's got to be Wyatt. Some form of Bray Wyatt. We don't know. It could. I mean, the Fiend itself was pretty. When the Fiend came back, that mask. I mean, I'll say this. That was pretty much the most terrifying thing in WWE in the last like 2 decades, in my opinion. Like that mask is crazy. In fact, I just found, like, I was at the store the other day and I actually found one of these. And I was like, oh, gotta get it. Gotta get it. He's coming. He's coming back. So had to pick that one up. But yeah. See, I'm looking forward to that. It's just, you know, who do you guys think he's going to come after? Or is he just going to appear at the end of the pay-per-view? Or, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, hell, I don't even know what the hell is, I don't even know what the hell is headlining Extreme Rules. I mean, if you look at tonight's Raw, it's Bayley. It's the ladder match between Bayley and Bianca Belair. But this card it's actually loaded. Let's go over a few more things on Raw. The Ali Bobby Lashley match was really good. And apparently it's going to lead to Seth Rollins is going to get a title shot against Lashley next week at the season premiere of Raw. Otis versus, I mean, there wasn't really a bad match on the show tonight. Otis versus Gargano was fun. I always root for Otis because he's from Wisconsin. I love Johnny Gargano though, but I mean, you'd have to have like 3 Garganos to add up to 1 Otis if you're gonna do like wrestling math. You know, it's like, you know, it's like WWE algebra or Steiner math, if you will. So yeah, Gargano times 3 equals Otis. What else? Gable versus Strowman was fun too. Oh God. The funniest part was Chad Gable at the end. He could barely stand, and he's like, "Oh, I almost had him." But what's funny is he was kicking Strowman's ass. It was like, wow, is Gable actually gonna win? It was crazy. Mark, okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, he says Bray is awesome. Mark says he's returning for Braun is my guess is a complete non-watcher of the product. Are we going back to this thing where thank you, J-Bone, for watching Raw so we don't have to? Is that what we're doing here? Hakeem Fullerton, good evening. Shaped up your beard. No, I actually shaved it all off except for just the goatee. So now I gotta, yes, Mark, I manscaped it. And as you can see over my shoulder here, there's the t-shirt because I and the rest of my TNI crew are sponsored now. So if you're a manscaper, if you like the Manscaped products, if you use them and you order them on a regular basis, you can now save yourself 20% using code TNI. J-Bone looked like Undertaker in 95. 95. You mean 2005? Oh, no. When did he have the bandana on? That was like... It was like early 2000s, right? Early 2000s. And then he cut his hair. And yeah. Anyways. Mark says, I'm not against watching it now. I just don't have TV and I'm really only watching Impact right now and it's started. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So, all right, what else? Contract signing. Solo Sikoa versus Angelo Dawkins. And that was a lot of fun. Alexa Bliss, and I haven't really seen Alexa Bliss wrestle in a while. She faced Io Sky tonight. Oh my God. That match wasn't super long. It was about 15 minutes, 10 minutes TV time or whatever, you know. But it was nonstop. It was nonstop. It was really good. It kicked ass. And then led to the whole beatdown of Bianca Belair at the end there. Which, if you look at that, that tells me that that Bianca Belair is winning. If you look at like wrestling, typical wrestling stuff, like, oh, the heel went over on the last show, babyface wins. Doesn't always happen that way, but that's pretty typical. Hakeem says, I haven't been watching the E lately, but I'm guessing things have gotten better. Yeah, you know they're getting better if J-Bone's watching it again. Yeah, lots of interesting stories. And I'll give everybody involved credit for it. I mean, you could say, oh, it's all trips. No, it's It's everyone. You could certainly thank Trips. Trips, I will absolutely thank Trips up and down. But it's Triple H working with everyone, and it's just better ideas flowing. Like, these episodes actually flow. They're not like super crazy, whack, chaotic. It's not like, it's like, well, why did this happen? Why did that happen? We're not asking that like 1,000 times during these shows. I mean, I even like the Judgment Day stuff with Finn Balor. You know, he's a brutal human being, but he doesn't completely decimate you because he's still your friend. You know, this like psychotic stuff like that. And the Dominik stuff, it's like, I love seeing people's reactions to Rhea Ripley because she can't keep her hands off Dominik. It's like, oh man, what is this woman doing to Dominik? You know, oh, she's making him a man. Haven't you heard? It's Dominik. You know, he's got a long way to go before you can call someone like him like top heel or something like that. But he's with a good group of guys. You know, Finn Balor is used to leading groups. You know, hence Bullet Club back some years ago. There's it was interesting stuff going on with AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio at the end of the tag match, and Styles at the end, it was getting beat down, and Rey was checking on him, and of course, because Rey is mixed up with all this other stuff going on, he was distracted and wasn't there for AJ Styles when he needed him to tag. So Jason Michael has an interesting theory here. Says Bray, Bo, Dexter Lumis, Alexa, and Lone Wolf Corbin as the new White Rabbit faction. Yeah, Corbin hasn't been around lately, has he? Dexter Lumis has been like taking out the Miz on a weekly basis. He did tonight again. He like snuck up out of nowhere, and then Gargano finds Dexter Lumis just holding the Miz with holding a picture. Alexa hasn't been acting like strange or anything, so I don't know if that's happening. Bo, as far as I know, is just doing the farm thing. You know, he's like farming or something like that. I don't know. Mark says, I can't take Dominik seriously as long as he looks like that. It's the new 2022 mullet, Mark. It's oh, excuse me. Hakeem says, what's up with the Mysterio family and Australians? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh my God. Randy, good evening. Says I look 20 again. God bless you. I don't feel 20 by any means, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you. Courtney says I look so weird. I suppose, if I look, have the full beard forever and then shave it all off and wax my head later. Anyways, hey, I got to show off the Manscaped stuff. It works, no nicks, no, it was nice. And I mean, it's not baby smooth by any means. It's a trimmer. It's not a shaver, but it was all done in like 10 seconds. It was done quick. So, all right, what else? That's pretty much it. As far as Raw stuff, I think. But yeah, overall, I even know it took me a while to get through, but that's the way to do it, Start in like an hour late, then you can fast forward through all the BS. Why not? And of course, they put preview for Monday Night Raw stuff, the return of DX. That should be fun. So they're advertising X-Pac and Road Dogg. Of course, we're missing someone. The Billy Gunn. He's too busy scissoring stuff. But nonetheless, looking forward to that. I always enjoy some good DX shenanigans. Randy thought I cut it all off because I was going to BFG on Sunday. Well, first of all, Bound for Glory is on Friday. Number two, I wish I was going, but no, I'm not. I'm not going to New York. Let me just quick check the news for anything else. Yeah, Lashley versus Rollins, Gargano versus Theory. And what else here? Bloodline is set to make an appearance. DX. Oh, the DX is because it's the 25th anniversary of DX. 25 years. Wow. That's really kind of crazy. So yeah, that's what's all advertised. So it's pretty, just a few things. That's to get you to watch. Of course, we'll probably get an appearance from the mystery White Rabbit individual. So, all right, let's look. Okay, I don't need to be on Twitter anymore. Let's look at the Extreme Rules. Now, I don't know if they're going to add any more to this. This seems fairly complete. How many matches we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6? Is that it? That can't be it. Interesting. All right. Well, on the main poster here, looks like so both women's WWE titles are going to be on the line. SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan is going to be in an Extreme Rules match against Ronda Rousey. And I'll say this: they've been really pushing this whole thing with Liv Morgan trying to make her more extreme. I mean, and I'm happy that she's women's champ. It's taken me a while to like kind of take it seriously, because when she did become champ, I was like, whoa, that kind of came out of nowhere. I by no means upset about it. It's nice to see her finally get her. You know, she's been working hard for X amount of years. She was in that crew with Ruby Soho and so what, Sarah Logan, is that what her name was? I forget. Um, so she's the last one from that group. So it's nice to see her finally uh, get some gold around her waist. I don't know. I I don't know. I'll tell you this much. Of all the things that's going on in the women's um, division right now, I'm really not a fan of Ronda. Like when she first debuted, it was like, oh wow, Ronda Rousey. But then she was gone for so long, and then she came back, and I'm still kind of getting back into the swing of things over the course of the last month or two, and I just can't get excited about Ronda. I mean, she is kind of heelish too, isn't she? So you're really not supposed to be cheering for her this time. Hell, she took out Adam Pierce, big bully. Um, so I mean, if I had to root for someone here, I suppose I'd root for Liv. I don't think Liv Morgan's chances are too good, but I mean, they've been keeping her looking pretty strong. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. So do I think Liv is going to win? I don't know, but I'm still rooting for her. We'll see what happens. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair taking on Bayley in a ladder match. Now they said this is. I think I mentioned this earlier, but this is the first women's ladders match. We've had Hell in a Cell, we've had cage matches, right? We haven't had ladder matches. Are you serious? It's hard to believe, because like you think of women's matches, and it's like over the last like handful of years they've been going out of your way, different brands between WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, and they've all been trying to do their part to do different things with the women. And no matter what you love, like, it's all subjective. But they've all been doing um, proper things for their women here and there. Maybe not consistently, but here and there. The most consistent, I gotta say, is absolutely Impact Wrestling's knockout division. They've been, pardon the pun, knocking it out of the park. um, they had the King of the Mountain match. Crazy stuff like that. Great example. Um, so, I mean, I'm really excited about this first ladder match, but I'm very excited for Bayley to be back. She's been killing it with her Damage Control crew. Totally killing it. But I've also become a big fan of Bianca Belair. Um, like I said, if you look at it on paper, what happened tonight, that tells me that Bianca Belair is winning. But I feel like Bayley and her crew have just been steamrolling over everyone slowly to get to the top. Hell, look at Dakota Kai and Io Sky. They are the women's tag champs. Now, that's part of that is unfortunately because one half of the former tag champs is now injured. I believe Aaliyah is injured. She had that just touch of glory on the main roster and then gone, just snuffed out, unfortunately. I shouldn't say snuffed out. That's a horrible way to put it, but she's not dead. She's hurt. I forget what it is. Shoulder, leg, something I forget. Mark says the knockouts remain undefeated, right? Always killing it. But I like what WWE's been doing with their women lately. Am I a fan of everything that's going on? No, but like this feud between Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss and Damage Control, love it. Love it. So then there's the question: who wins? That's tough. I think Bayley's going to take it from Bianca Belair, but damn, that is a tough one. We'll see. Now this fight pit. I've never seen a fight pit match before. Is that kind of like a cage match, only different? Like they showed an example of it. It looked like an MMA pit on top of a cage. Like, I don't know how this is supposed to go down. I really don't know. It's a little confusing to me. I'm probably way overthinking it, but I'm digging this feud between Seth freaking Rollins and Matt Riddle, and it's just bragging rights because these two have been just needling each other for the last several months. Mark says it's a platform above the ring, which is caged. Okay. Mark says I watched the first one. It's weird. Oh, Courtney says it was Riddle versus Thatcher. Oh, that actually sounds really good. I'd love to see that. Unfortunately, Thatcher's not part of WWE anymore. Was he in New Japan now? He's doing something else. I forget what. Riddle's still there though. Go figure. Yeah, I've got a root for okay. Okay, I was close. I was close. Mark says Thatcher's in Noah now. All right, thank you. Thank you for the update. I don't watch Noah, but Thatcher's kick ass, man. Became a fan of his watching Flow Slam, the early Evolve shows before Evolve came a thing with WWE. Good old Flow Slam. There it is. I got a root for my boy Rollins here. I mean, I used to kind of like Riddle, but then I started hearing some really weird, creepy things about him. And Rollins' character is just over the top, insane, and I love it. Oh man. Yeah, let's go Rollins. I want to see Rollins defeat Riddle in the cage. the fight pit and whatever, and then beat Lashley. That'll be great. And then go on to become champ someday, world champ. Strap match. Here's another one. Really looking forward to this one. This card is just stacked. It's like I mean, this card, not looking at what it's surrounding, because it's Extreme Rules, because that's one of like the lower tier ones. It's not one of the big four. This card looks like it belongs on like one of the bigger ones. It really does, doesn't it? I mean, maybe it's just me. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. I know I'm going heel heavy on this, but that's just the way this show feels. You know, is it me, or I don't know. Of course you're picking Riddle, Courtney, Goofy. I gotta pick Karrion Kross in here, but I'll say this: Drew McIntyre has been pretty strong lately. They've been booking him pretty strong. You know, I'm looking at all these poster picks, and you know, they got the barbed wire, the kendo sticks, the cage, the chair, like the poster surrounding the figures in each of these. And then you look in the upper left, and there's a lantern. What's up with the lantern? Oh, yeah. Who's returning at Extreme Rules? He holds a lantern and walks by the way of the fireflies. Yes, folks, that is what we like to call an Easter egg. What's next here? I Quit. The old I Quit match. This one can get about as extreme as you want it to. Edge versus Finn Bálor. Edge actually cut a really good promo tonight. It was one of those promos that it made you wonder if he was making some kind of announcement, because he didn't look like he was there, but he was there. It was sounded like it was coming from Adam as opposed to Edge, but that's how he's been much less character, more real since he's come back. It's more authentic him, you know what I mean? So Mark says, you're really selling me on Extreme Rules tonight, Jay. Jeez. Well, that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm just, I try to highlight what I love and focus on it. Like if it's something I think that's worth talking about, I'll talk about it. You know me. Part of me, gosh, not all the heels can win, can they? I think I picked a few baby faces. I don't know. I picture AJ Styles showing up looking like he's gonna help Edge, but he actually helps out Finn Bálor, and then we get the infamous Too Sweet, because something's going on with AJ Styles. He turned a little nasty tonight on Raw, shoving Rey Mysterio at the end of their tag match, and the look the look on Rey Mysterio's face when hit the canvas, the utter shock. AJ Styles shoved me? What? Oh, the look was priceless. I actually went back and I paused it and laughed my ass off. It was great. It's hard for me to root against Edge in this one, but damn, I really want Finn Balor just to kick his ass and AJ Styles to join him. The Judgment Day. What else is going on here? Oh, this one's gonna be nuts. This one is gonna be nuts. And honestly, I hope this one opens up the show and they tear the house down and it becomes one of those, okay, now follow that. The Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. 6-man tag, good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Now, I'm not real familiar with this Donnybrook stuff that's obviously authentic to the UK. But that's obviously some kind of, well, whatever. But yeah, Gunther and his Imperium against Butch, Ridge Holland, and Sheamus. Man, these guys have had a hell of a feud. So yeah, don't be surprised if this one opens the show. This is not by any means going to be one of those bathroom trip, go get a snack ones. This one's going to be a blast. And I really don't care who wins this one. Who wins? The fans. The fans are going to win this one. Well, I know Sheamus is taking on Gunther for the last time as far as trying to go for his Intercontinental Championship match. So maybe he'll win, and that'll just make the fight even more intense. I don't know. I have no idea. But and I couldn't stand Sheamus for the longest time. And then he became one of my favorite, one half of one of my favorite tag teams, believe it or not, was Cesaro. And then, well, Cesaro's not there anymore. He's in AEW and Ring of Honor and whatever. And Sheamus is still there, but man, Sheamus has just been killing it lately. I've totally been watching him lately. And everyone's waiting for Butch to get his name back. Good old Pete. I don't know. It's hard. Like I said, I really don't care who wins this one. I'm just really probably looking forward to this one almost the most, next to like the women's ladder match. It's going to be nuts. So I'm sure they're going to throw more in here by the time we get to SmackDown. I don't know what. Courtney says that 7 series match, J-Bone. Oh, Cesaro versus Sheamus, best of 7. Yeah, that was incredible. Loved that. It's hard to believe that was what, a handful plus years ago? It was a while ago. Best of 7, yeah. Good stuff. But Yeah, I'm sure they'll add some more. I don't know what. I imagine Braun Strowman's going to get in there somehow. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if the tag champs are going to put their stuff on the line. Maybe Sami Zayn will have a match. As Sami Zayn's been having this underlying little thing again with Kevin Owens again. Something's going on there. I don't know exactly what. But Kevin Owens passed him on SmackDown, said, stopped, paused, looked at him, said, "You need a new shirt." And kept going. And Sami Zayn just kind of looked at him like, huh. So, yeah, all these other little underlying things. It's just interesting. So that is one feud / tag team that will never get boring to wonder when it's going to happen again. Is the stuff between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens will probably end up with a match. What? I have no idea. Maybe solo Sikoa. I don't know. But they'll probably throw in another couple matches because they don't really. Let me count these again. Was it 1? Did I get them all? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, only 6 of them. Wow. But those 6 matches, I mean, that's a pretty loaded card right there. 2 women's matches, some good tag action, some good singles matches, some good grudge stuff going on here. Not bad. I mean, it kind of feels like an old school hardcore pay-per-view. Not bad. So by all means, let me know what you're most excited for come Extreme Rules. I know I'm going to be watching at some point. This weekend's going to be a little wonky. I got some family stuff going on. I'm also very excited, of course, for Bound for Glories on Friday. Kind of weird that it's on Friday. That's right after Thursday. So we'll have to go home for Impact Wrestling. The next night is Bound for Glory. That's wild. Certainly looking forward to that. So lots happening this weekend. Can't wait. So, but yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to most as far as Extreme Rules. If there's something missing that you want to see, let me know. But yeah, that's it. I didn't want to go too much longer than an hour. This is perfect. Just a hair over an hour. And, but yeah. But yeah, on your way out, make sure you check out the links in the description. Check out some of that new merch in the merch pages. And smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you guys. Probably do some Patreon stuff tomorrow for TNI maybe. And then maybe AEW stuff on Wednesday. This week is kind of loaded with stuff, so no promises, but lots happening, and I'm certainly excited for it. So yeah, time to get some sleep. We'll see y'all guys mañana. Take care. Be good. Good night.